Oh, yeah. I feel old listening to this though. Ooh, 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 like that. She's 20 years old. Babe, you are 20. You are a child. Sorry, I don't mean to offend everybody. This is the millennial Gen Z thing going on here. Anyway, hello, welcome to this video. My name's Dan, aka Lucen. I'm a singer-songwriter, music producer, and soon to be a podcaster. And today I'm going to be reacting to TATE MCRAE's album, Think Later. Let's go. Cool. Okay, so TATE MCRAE, I feel like I've heard bits of the Greedy song like on TikTok and whatever. Other than that, no idea. Haven't heard anything. There's been so much buzz around about this artist. Like, seems to be loads of people reacting. And so I kind of thought I'd kind of check in and see what the fuss is about. Yes, and I am reading your messages about wanting to do the extended version of Noah Khan album, but I'm waiting until the whole complete edition drops, and then I'm going to do it at the same time. Okay? We'll all be here forever, I think is the version. It's out today. The uncut version of my reaction is up on Patreon. Now, if you're new to the channel, then welcome to this video. I am a singer-songwriter myself, so I love to dig into like the artistry behind the artist. I dig into the lyrics, I dig into the production, all that stuff. So if you like that kind of thing, make sure to subscribe. If you want more from me, either head over to my Patreon where you can check out the uncut versions of all my reactions and get into the community. Or in the near future, you'll be able to actually check out my podcast, which is called Criminally Underrated, where we get different guests on every single episode and we talk about the most underrated songs from our favourite artists. I've recorded 5 episodes. I've got other YouTubers as guests. You have to comment who you think is going to be guesting. So make sure to check out the podcast when it launches. The other thing that people like to do on this channel is actually leave their top 5 in the comments. I love going through them. I'll be going through them on Monday. But yeah, it's really fun. So make sure to leave your top 5 songs from the album in the comments for me. Also, make sure to stick around to the end of the album and I will be telling you my favourite song. I'm the reason you won't come home. I'm in such a singy mood today. And I still call home that house in Nebraska. And I can hear myself on the mic now and I'm like, ooh. But I'm going to lose my voice if I'm not careful because I have not warmed up and I'm singing high. Okay, so song number 1. I need my water. I'm so sorry. I'm literal chaos today. Song number 1. This is Cut My Hair. Let's go. Okay. Quite like the kind of distant sample. Atmospheric. Okay. She's got this kind of cutesy vibe to her voice. It's kind of reminding me of like Gwen Stefani, randomly. Go along the high road and hit a dead end. I love that. I like the atmosphere. There's quite a dark atmosphere going on, which I quite like. And there's this link to like cutting your hair as like a kind of like bit of a cry for help, and with the darkness of the song, maybe that's what it's about. Go out, get messed up and find myself in your bed, yeah. Okay, so there's like competition. Maybe like this person that she's dating has cheated on her. The sad girl bit got a little bit boring. So it's like she's been sad and now she's like, fuck this, I'm gonna get messy. Yeah, ooh. Yeah, well. I love this era of pop stars who really make a lot of effort to give their central sounding pop songs like depth and meaning, you know? It's a great era we're in, I think. Cool. Okay, I enjoyed that. Yeah, first impressions, I'm thinking she's got like a certain style. She's got that kind of tuned, very nicely, highly produced vocal styling with that kind of cutesy kind of attitude within that, kind of gives it a bit of sarcasm, gives it a bit of sass. Like there's those elements within her voice, the way that she sings. I really love the atmosphere that's created in this song. It kind of has like a dark undertone, and like the samples and stuff that are used really, really far back in the mix, lots and lots of reverb. So it kind of has like this atmospheric kind of quality. I'm thinking that the album title, Think Later, is going to be like Act Now, Think Later. So it's going to be like an album based on not overthinking things, but instead the intuition, a reaction. And that's kind of what I'm getting from this song, this act of like cutting your hair in order to like kind of prove you're better than this other girl type thing. And all this idea of her like taking the high road and got a dead end. And, you know, I'm sick of playing the sad girl routine. It's like, rather than like sitting here stewing, I'm just going to do now. And it's like, do we know whether that's actually going to be for better or for worse? We don't know. Yeah, I'm really getting that from the first song already. I love an album that sticks to a concept. That's my whole deal. Just want to cut my hair, lose myself, make you sweat, go out and get messed up, find myself in your bed. Just want to cut my hair, little back dress, can't forget, show you whatever she can do, I can do it better. I've been playing nice a little too long, driving on the high road and hit a dead end. I've been working hard while you're 6 drinks in, tossing in the dark, feel you under my skin. Tossing in the dark, feeling it. There's so much atmosphere, not only to the production, but in the lyrics that she's writing, you know. Like, I'm getting a sense of her as a person. She seems to be in this kind of like emotional rut that so many people seem to get themselves in, where they're into somebody who's clearly not treating them well, but because they don't have enough kind of self-confidence, it's almost like they feel like they can't get anything better. And so they end up kind of addicted to these bad stereotypes of people. Whereas like sometimes you just need to get out of that situation and like show yourself something different, you know? So it's really telling me a lot about her as a person already, like where she is, you know? And I think that like the association of like cutting your hair is like linked to like, you know, people mess their hair up in times of crisis, you know, like I bleached my hair when I was feeling a bit like I needed something new. I was going through a moment. Actually, I look great with bleached hair, and I would do it now, but it would just kill my hair. Now it's long. You know, we all do that kind of stuff. And so that's kind of what it's giving me. Like there's a bit of self-awareness in that, you know. Cool. Enjoy it. Right, let's go on to Greedy. I feel like I've heard clips of Greedy because of TikTok and Instagram and whatever. But I've never sat down and listened to it. So let's go. Ear candy right away. Really tightly, nicely produced, like. Oh yeah. Na, 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 na. Yeah. The drums have that super kind of modern, tight production thing to them where it's like a clattering, you know. Really fun production flow, it is. Oh, she mentioned Sweet Escape. Oh my God, I literally mentioned Gwen Stefani 2 minutes ago. I'm literally psychic. There was one reaction I did for a Patreon where I literally started saying the lyrics and then the lyrics came in as I was saying it. It was really weird. Is this for real or just a night? Yeah. Nice. Clearly I haven't heard that much of it. Yeah, this is so, like, I really appreciate the production in this. It's just, I love some super, super tight prop production. It just really is ear candy to me. It's so bloody short, though. What's that about? Yeah, I get that, like, the TikTok generation, you know, everything's about, like, quick, short, fast, blah, blah, blah. But, like, I'm like, could have used a middle 8. Just saying. I'm a fan of a middle 8. Yeah, I enjoyed that. Like, particularly the production, like, really sets me off. Like, my tastes, obviously you can see on the back, I've got singer-songwriter vibes. I love a lyric. I love a long, sprawling song. But the other side of it, like, as a producer myself, when I hear pop production that is just so slick and so tight, I just can't get enough of it. Like, there's something just super satisfying about high pop production. So that was the main thing I really loved about that. He said, "Are you serious? I've tried, but I can't figure it out. I've been next to you all night, still don't know what you're about. You keep talking, but not much coming out your mouth." Oh, this is all said by him. Okay. So he's trying to figure out whether she's serious, and he's saying all this stuff. He's like being like, you keep on talking, but there's not actually much coming out your mouth. He's like running off his mouth, and she just goes, yeah. I love that it's like a conversation at the beginning of that song. You don't really hear that many pop songs that are like written in that kind of like dialogue, like literal dialogue. It's cool. So sure of yourself, baby, don't get greedy. That shit won't end well. No, it won't end well. I'm not sure what her point is. Is it a confident thing? Yeah, it's a bit confusing, like the lyrics there. I see you eyeing me down, but you'll never know much past my name or how I'm running this room around, and that I'm still half your age. So maybe it's about somebody that she's messing with in a casual way who is starting to kind of think, oh, maybe this is a bit more. And she's just like, no, clearly this isn't. Like, don't get greedy. Like, you can't get this. I'm too young for you anyway. Yeah, okay. Cool. Okay, yeah, not so crazy about the lyrics on that one. I feel like the first one had better, like more of a story to it. But yeah, cool. Next song. This is Run for the Hills.
Hotels, late nights, hands through my hair.
There's a tiredness in those lyrics, isn't there?
Kissing, screaming, straight back to maybe the danger's covered by the thrill.
I like that melody there.
The way you touch the heart.
Fun.
Never gonna never be more than just something that's fucking me up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's great.
When you know deep down that it's still never be more than just something that's fucking me up.
Ugh. That is sick. I love that as a little melody because it kind of teases you and then it keeps going. It's like, ugh.
All that I want is attention from you. The way you touch.
You'll never be more than something that's just fucking me up. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Like that. Yeah, so it's like I should know better. I should be running for the hills because this person is just fucking me up. Like, whoa. Enjoying yeah, a lot. You know what I mean? The production, there's some really cool stuff going on. Love it. Oh, that's really cool. I could have done with it being longer again. I'm not a TikToker, you know? I want 10-minute songs. Yeah, loved that vibe. What a great, I loved the atmosphere in the production. That melody, that hook in the middle was just perfection to me. Like really stood out. Something really cool that you don't hear that kind of creativity all the time, you know, in terms of this kind of style of melody writing. Really big pop songs try and keep melodies pretty simple, which I think is like, it can be great. Like if you think like, for me, like Taylor's 1989 is like an exemplary, like so many songs on that are like exemplary examples of like songs that have one note melodies that are fucking amazing. Just think like Out of the Woods, like, but it uses it for its like, to like the best effect. Do you know what I mean? But sometimes I feel like pop songwriters get hung up on that super simple melody and they're therefore kind of overdo it and don't necessarily do it as well. But here it's the opposite. Like we have got moments of the kind of one note melody, which kind of like pin it down. But then you have like the main hook kind of being something that really kind of scoops and goes all the way up. It's really exciting. I love it. Great. Cool. And the lyric in that as well. Like it's great. Yeah. Hotels, late nights, hands through my hair, long talks, red eye clothes everywhere. So there's like a kind of like we're hungover, we're drunk, we're, you know, tired, we haven't slept, you know, we're like in a hotel in the middle of the night, like having this kind of lusty kind of moment, missing a moment when you're still there. Interesting. So that's like a kind of disassociation, you know, maybe the danger's covered by the thrill because I know I should be running for the hills. Yeah. Okay. So there's like a real like thrill. She's kind of doing this kind of like slightly, it's probably like one night standy. It's probably going to like somebody's hotel room when you've never met them before. There's a danger. There's, you know, she's really risking it, but the adrenaline of her risking it is kind of what the thrill of it is. I like this idea that this song is kind of sitting like within her mind, like this idea that she's kind of disassociating and looking at it and thinking, oh, whoa, I should be taking this a bit more seriously. I should be more careful with this. Really cool. The way you touch me straight to the heart, yeah, it cuts me because I know deep down it's never going to be ever to us. Never gonna ever be us. Never gonna ever be more than something that's just fucking me up. So that's like the key thing there is that she knows that she's getting fucked up maybe with the drink, with the thrill, with the adrenaline, but she's also kind of getting emotionally fucked up because I don't think she can necessarily handle that style of, you know, sex and lifestyle. She seems to be really messing with that because she seems to know that she should be running for the hills, you know? Yeah, it's cool. Okay, loved that. Next song, let's go. This is Hurt My Feelings. Oh, these songs are so short. This is 2 minutes and 2 seconds.
She's got you right now, but I'm still on your mind.
Cool.
Not staying target.
Nice. Love the drums. There's so much good drum production on this album. Cool. The production where the drums are playing with dry and wet and all that. Really killing me. It's great. Modern pop production is so intricate. I feel like they've taken like a real page out of like Hyperpop book and are really playing with like these really detailed, intricate moments. Like every single moment of the song is like handcrafted. It's really just like... Whereas like older pop is more like kind of loop based. Ugh. She's got you right now, but I'm still on your mind. Nice. Fierce. That is great. Really love that. It's just the intricacy in the production's really getting me. Like there was that bit where it's like just one section where like the back went and it's like just really cool, really detailed. I love the kind of like constantly fighting for your attention throughout the song by having so much detail, really keeping you engaged by like kind of throwing lots of different things at you. It's really cool. It's definitely made for the TikTok generation. With your tiny attention spans. Don't worry, mine is fucked too. Don't worry. Though I can listen to a song for 5 minutes. Just saying. Sorry, I don't to like offend everybody. This is the millennial Gen Z thing going on here. Anyway, she wears your number, but I got what you like. She's got you right now, but I'm still on your mind. Now I've got you figured out. I'm trying to tell myself I've got to stay away from you. You got a way that's going to weigh on me. That's cool. There's a real kind of paranoia within this song, like, and I think she's like, I really want you, but I don't, like, I can't trust you. Like, I feel like there are other people leaving your house all the time. Like, it's like a real complete lack of trust. There's like heavy amounts of jealousy. I wonder like how much of it is legitimate and how much of it is her kind of insecurity taking over. Because I think like so far she's really shown us that she seems quite young. She seems kind of in that like relationship place where she doesn't necessarily have loads of self-confidence about herself and maybe is therefore thinking, oh, he must be cheating on me, even though that might not actually be the truth. That we don't know, do we? Yeah, it's really cool. I feel like we're really learning a lot about her as a person through what she's putting into the music though, which is great, you know? Okay, let's go on to the next one. This is, what is it? Grave. Oh, this one's a 3-minute one. Lovely.
I hold my grudges like I held you.
I hold my grudges like I held you. Nice.
Turning to I'll just forgive it. Only dig the grave so deep.
Yeah, taking you down. Yeah, okay.
I can never make you want me like I wanted.
Nice.
I can never really change you like I thought that I could.
I can never change you, yeah.
It's not like
What the fuck?
It's a sense of like getting serious and then being embarrassed to put an example like that to kind of like cut the tension a bit.
before we start to take me down with you. I can never make you want me like I wanted. I thought that I could.
Yeah. So it's kind of like regretting the way the relationship kind of went, you know?
It's not like
What does she say? It's not already gone. I'll try to save something that's not already gone. That's a bit clunky as a lyric, isn't it? Like,
wanted to be wanted.
I only make you want me like I wanted to be wanted. I like the kind of intricacy in the lyrics, you know?
It's not already gone.
Yeah, for me that lyric is like too convoluted to like really register. It's like, wait, what is she saying? You can only try and save something that's not already gone. Like, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed kind of hearing her do something a little bit different, something a bit more ballady. It still fits within the vibe of the album, so it's quite a nice palette cleanser. Yeah, it's just the lyrics I struggle with a little bit because like I'm like, what does like you can only dig a grave so deep even mean? Do you know what I mean? Like 1 chance, 2 chances of 3. Think I got too much empathy. I hold my grudges like I held you. I feel like if you hold a grudge, then surely you're not very empathetic. Do you know what I mean? Like, because you'd be constantly worried about how that person would feel about you holding a grudge. That's how I work anyway. How does me trying to fix it turn into I'll just forgive it? Again, the grammar. How does me trying to fix it? It's conversational, I guess, isn't it? 1 chance, 2 chances were lost on you. You can only dig the grave so deep before you start to take me down with you. I don't understand what that means. Like, why? Like, what? Like, it's a weird metaphor. It doesn't really quite work for me. But it seems as if she's like really realizing at this point that this person was never worth trying to put the time into. It was never going to be more than maybe just the sex. And so I think, yeah, this is a bit of a realization at this point. And that's kind of where the kind of sadness comes from. I guess it's like stop digging. You know, when you're like digging a hole, it's like you're trying to fix a problem, but only making it worse. And I guess that's what she's saying. Okay, next song. This is Stay Done. Ooh, acoustic guitar. Of course, it's an affected acoustic guitar, but that's fine.
Hate that I'm always gotta have a side to me. You're still in awe when you're mad at me. Break something to realize we're rock bottom. But bullshit would end. I know we should break up. Go to bed, wanna wake up with you.
So it's like I'm over it, but still, like, how do I stay away? You know?
Sounds so dumb, but I just can't stay done with you.
I like that.
I'm trying to call you up when you're the thing that I'm running from.
I like, again, this is another vibe that kind of feels like the production kind of takes it towards what we've had before, but it feels different, you know? It's reminding me of like SZA. You know, SZA's album SOS was like, went to so many different places, but it felt like it had like a unique kind of style that kind of went through everything. Give me that kind of vibe, that approach, you know? That is a clever turn of phrase. Despite the I just can't stay done with you is, I don't know, it just irks me when like the grammar's a bit off. I'm a nerd, so leave me alone. Yeah, I liked that vibe. It was kind of giving me a bit of like late 90s, early noughties kind of ballad, end of teen movie vibes, you know? Really enjoyed it. Yeah, I really like that vibe. It felt like, yeah, like a refreshing change of pace, but the kind of affected guitar, the doubles on the guitar and stuff really kind of still meant that it felt like it is part of the album, you know? Hate that I'm always going to have a side to me that's still in awe when you're mad at me. Yeah. Can't do it wrong in my eyes. I hate it that you got to break something to realise we're at rock bottom. Wish this bullshit would end, but we're back here again. Yeah, I know we should break up, but I just can't stay done with you. Yeah, so it's like a relationship that's like still kind of has this like element of like passion to it that she's kind of addicted to still, even though she knows that it's no good for her. I mean, that's really kind of continuously kind of gone through this album so far. But this one, it's like she's really starting to realise how difficult it is going to be. Yeah, lots of little cute little turns of phrase in there as well. Best friends and enemies, we're good till you're dead to me. You know, really like nice. Yeah, enjoyed that one. Next song, this is Exes.
Oh, I'm sorry that you love me like a origami.
Okay, weird. So this is Thank You Next, is it? It's kind of catchy. I like the vibe. I'm not convinced on the lyrics and melody and stuff yet. So there is a sense of her like trying to bury the hatchet away, I think. Maybe she's realising that like she needs to kind of learn to really let go and actually get rid of their numbers. She's clearly not quite over all of these things that have happened in the past.
I don't ever know what I want, but that's what you want. If you're down with it, don't blame me.
Cool. Honestly, from her name and everything, I was expecting, like before we went into this, like there to be a little bit country in it. Maybe it's because she sounds like Tim McGraw. That's why. That's why because it sounds like Tim McGraw. Oh my God, that's so funny. Change my mind up like it's origami. I'm like, gives me the ick. I love the kind of intonation on that line. Like, I've still got my your number and your necklace. Kisses to my ex. It's like quite an interesting intonation. Fun little vibes. I like how it plays into the kind of narrative of this tapestry we have going on, which seems to be that she never actually has gotten over these people. She still has their necklaces in her house and her numbers in her phone just in case. And maybe this is part of her starting to understand that it's her. She needs to kind of do some work on herself to actually get out of that situation, you know? I like all the little reversey bits and stuff. Again, production's great. Oh, I'm sorry that you love me. Change my mind up like it's origami. I'm sorry. See, that doesn't really fit in with the vibe. I don't know. Kisses to my exes who don't give a shit about me. Kisses to the next ones who think they can't live without me. We make up, then we break up, then we swear will never call me. But I still keep their number and their necklace kisses to my exes. So the other side of it is also that like she seems quite trapped in a loop of like not being able to make a relationship stick. And she seems to be like, this is going to continue. And I think in writing the song, if we could take a step back, her attitude in writing this song is that she knows about this and maybe that's like the process, you know? Next song, this is We're Not Alike. questioning her judgment again. I love the tempo of this, like, kind of, it's like a driving song vibe.
Never see a side. Said she was a girl. Had my back, but she had the knife.
That's cool. I like that.
I went out alike.
So there's a sense of like distrust, feeling like somebody's broken her trust, like a friend. I really like this one actually. And has a little bit more of like a rock, California rock thing mixed in with the high production vibe.
There's nothing worse than missing the signs, 'cause right over your eyes. She had my back, but she had the knife.
That is such a good turn of phrase.
Wonder why.
I wonder who it is, like, that's betrayed her. Probably a friend or something. And, like, maybe somebody has said, like, you're not very like you two. It's funny that you're friends. And now she's like, yeah, trust has been broken. Maybe it's like a friend got with her boyfriend. There's that kind of level of betrayal of trust, you know. I love all the kind of detail in the background production. Cool. Oh, I love that. And one of my favourites so far, actually. Like, I really enjoyed a slightly different vibe. Still feels like it fits in the album because of that, the production value. But yeah, like I really enjoyed the kind of slightly slower tempo, but the intricacy and detail within that. Because like when you take a step back and take it a bit slower, it gives you space to kind of like have these little twiddly bits that kind of seem like they're pushing the tempo forward, even though it's still like slower. That's like more towards like my style of songwriting. I got a lack of good judgment judging by the fact I got close to you. Time should heal, but it doesn't. Or maybe because you still haven't told the truth. You know, there's nothing worse than missing the signs because you pulled the wool right over your own eyes. She said she was a girl's girl. That's a lie. She said she had my back, but she had the knife. I can never do it once, and she did it twice. Well, I like that little detail that it's like, whatever she did, whatever this girl did, broke her trust, she did it twice. And it's like, I feel like it's probably sleeping with her boyfriend. Yeah, completely trust broken. Enjoy the vibe of that one. Cool. Next song, this is Calgary. I want to go to Calgary.
Yeah.
Okay, acoustic guitar again.
Same street, I'm 20, but I still feel like 15.
Maybe this is where she's from.
I'm still trying to get my brother to like me. But I got problems hanging like a chain around my neck. Looking a lot like a mess. I died.
Well, yeah.
Together. The bills are looking tempting. Oh, better.
Yeah.
No, I got better at pretending.
There is always a realization, I think, in your mid-20s where you got to a point where you were like, I've got this, I'm great, like I know what I'm doing. And then suddenly you kind of get a little bit more maturity and you're like, oh fuck, actually, I feel really messed up, you know.
I finally get my shit together.
Quite a relatable feeling, you know. I think a lot of us, most of us, would have gone through this era in our lives where we feel like we thought we had our shit together, but we realised that that's not true, you know.
Same street, I'm 20, but I still feel like 15.
Yeah. There's a feeling that like she thought she got somewhere, but really she's still a kid. Like that's kind of, you know, I still feel like I'm in that same bar. I still feel like I haven't moved on anywhere. I still feel messed up, even though I thought that I'd figured it out, you know, and other people seem to think that I figured it all out, but actually I just got better at pretending. Oh my God, what's going on? I like that kind of, we've got to this point where like everything so far has been mostly about her relationship with the guy and with friends and the situation that's fucked her up. And now she's starting to kind of take a step back and analyze, you know? She's 20 years old. Okay, this is why she sounds young. Same bar, same street. I'm 20, but I still feel like 15. Same fears, same dreams. Still trying to get my brother to like me. Do you really think between the ages of 15 and 20, you're going to sort your entire life out? I feel really old right now, but like, come on. Like, come on. People who are 20 are like, oh my God, I feel like I've spent so much time working on myself and getting myself together. I'm like, babe, you are 20. You are a child. Oh, bless her. Your brother will like you eventually. Thought I had my shit together. Can't lie, the pills are looking tempting. I thought I was getting better. No, I got better at pretending. She's noticing that she's like looking at the pills, looking at the drink, like looking at that party culture and kind of, rather than dealing with her problems and actually like sorting herself out, she's like really tempted to just go off the deep end, you know? When I went to uni and I was the same age, when I was 20, I was drinking so much and just avoiding my problems, which at that point was heartbreak and my sexuality and being out and like trying to figure out who I was as like a man dating other men and having to deal with Grindr and all these kinds of things. I was like, I had all these kind of like problems that I like wasn't dealing with, and I was just going out and getting so drunk, like paralytic, and like, I mean, it's uni binge culture, and I wasn't a good drunk. It was like clear that I was getting that drunk where I was coming back round and being sad again, you know? It was not good. And I think, yeah, she seems to be realizing that actually like doing the partying and the drink and everything isn't the solution. You're just running away from your problems. Maybe she's from Calgary. Let me know in the comments if she's from Calgary. Let's go on to the next one. This is Messier. Oh, this one's 4 minutes. Wow, how exciting.
Tell me something that I don't know already. You said it was safe to do. You tell me a lie, I'll tell you 5.
Wow, okay. So it's a messy relationship, isn't it? Like both of them.
Only one who can boil my blood.
Yeah. Yeah, never be done. Still, I'm always wanting more. So even after all of this, she's still struggling with the fact that she feels love for this person, you know.
Couldn't get less for 1 second. And then you're looking like a fool in a restaurant. I'm not sure if my mom would call this love.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's cute, isn't it? Like, I'm not sure if my mum would call this love, you know. I think she's really realising this isn't a mature adult relationship that's going to go anywhere. But the intensity of what she's feeling is so, like, still all-encompassing, you know. It's cute. This one doesn't seem as, like, detailed production-wise. It's definitely, like, more relaxed feeling. Really got that kind of, like, young, like, I'm going to die for you kind of feeling. It's cute. I like that. Nice vibe. I really enjoy that she's gone to lots of different places on this album, like emotionally, but also like sonically. It does feel like it does all hang together nicely. So tell me something that I don't already know, baby, because baby, you can talk in circles for hours. Make a good day sour. Then you look at me straight into my eyes. Say that you're sorry. How could I not believe in you? So there's a sense of like, she's still so in love that like he can kind of say anything and she will end up going along with it. You know, she kind of knows this. She's quite self-aware considering she's 20. Because you know that I'm always yours. I'm so in love. It's a punch to the gut. Oh, just wait till I make it hurt. Because babe, last time I checked, the two of us were Messier. What does that mean? What does that mean? No. Last time I checked, the two of us were Messier. Oh, I see. So he's saying you're messy. And she's like, well, I'm Messier because of you. Like together we're Messier. Yeah. She needs to go and do some English grammar study. I enjoy the kind of conversational nature of her lyrics, but I do think that like if she were to just hone in on the grammar, then she'd be able to kind of communicate her hooks and her thoughts and feelings in a more concise, immediate way. Do you know what I mean? I sound like such an old man. I'm only 31. I feel old. Listen to this though. I am enjoying it though. Cool. Next song. This is Think Later. So it's the title track. Ooh, okay. This is very different. Okay. This is like really reminding me of like Doja Cat. Okay, interesting. Live now, think later. There's fun moments in this production here. Like the style of this one isn't as much my vibe, but I'm enjoying, again, the intricacy in the production.
Not a good night if you don't take it too far.
We were all there, weren't we? I feel like I recognise the sample in the background. I love that. I like the playing with darkness and brightness in this song. That's the kind of cool thing about it, I think, is that there's a lot of darkness in the harmony, but then there's moments of like bright kind of vocal stuff. Cool.
I do it so well.
Fun. Okay, actually, that song kind of grew on me throughout. At the beginning, I was a bit like, is it a bit like derivative? But I liked the kind of little wrinkles that got added in throughout. Like harmonically, it was sitting within that minor second thing. I think that's why it was taking me to like Doja, because she does that a lot, and other like hip hop rap artists. That. Yes, but like there were little moments of like real brightness in the harmony that really kind of set it apart. Like especially the chords in that last section of the chorus, I thought were really interesting. It's giving 20. You know, I feel like I can't relate to it right now. I remember having felt like that. Live now, think later. I do it so well. 4 hard heartbreaker. I want him. Oh well. So I don't think this is much growth, babes. Like I feel like we got to a point where you were like, this guy's not good for me. I'm going to leave him, blah, 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 blah. And now you're all here being like, I'm just going to do it anyway. You know, I thought we were growing. Met you at a night out in Boston, put your hand on my thigh in the Commons. My friends got scared when they called the cops. I'm just at the Ritz with the doors locked. I don't understand what that means. Why is she in London now? I do kind of feel like there is a little bit of like young songwriters. Oh God, I'm sounding so old in this album, in this reaction. This like focus on like just TikTok length sections. Do you know what I mean? Rather than it all hanging together. Like obviously that is the influence of TikTok. Like she was like, 15, 16 when TikTok started blowing up, and now she's 20 and she's like, you know, that is her whole songwriting journey. So I can understand like that kind of short form thing really influencing her, you know, lyricism and her songcraft. But for me, I feel like I struggle with that sometimes because it feels like, you know, elements of this are like just written for just that moment and don't actually necessarily make sense within the context of the song. Out of context, it is what it is. It's a little moment. And that's kind of what TikTok is about, is just out of context moments. And that's what a lot of, actually thinking back, moments of this album have had. And like for me, in terms of songcraft and in terms of like an entire song put together, I don't like that. It feels like too like disparate, but that's probably just because I'm old. Cool. Next song. This is Guilty Conscience.
Live with a guilty conscience. Down, lot of dumb ones back to regret now. Lot of I'm just
fun. Live with a guilty conscience, okay. Come on. I like this chorus moment. This is like really nice and like it has a bit more open vibe, you know. Yeah, like even though like obviously there are moments that feel a bit TikTok blah. Like I am really enjoying this album. I feel like the production, everything has a lot of detail, and I feel like I'm getting to know her. Like there's a real kind of no holds barred kind of vibe, you know. Okay, cool. Live with a guilty conscience. Good catchy kind of hook there. Yeah, I enjoyed the vibe of that. Yeah. It's funny because I am enjoying it moment to moment, but there's just like some kind of overarching kind of things that are kind of, I'm a bit like, yeah. Anyway, a lot of messed up nights, lot of letdowns, a lot of dumb words, bet you regret now. I'm just seeing the best in you because I want to. From all the red and blue in the rear view, I'll be wanting you back till the cops start calling, waist deep in the mess you started. Because I need you, darling. Is that wrong? If that's wrong, guess I live with a guilty conscience. It's, again, like, I mean, I enjoyed it as a song, but I feel like she's retreading the same kind of narrative ground again and again and again. I'm kind of, at this point, I'm like, okay, where's the next story? You know, she's still just saying, you're a bad person. I guess I'm just going to stick with you because I love you. I guess I'm just going to have to live with a guilty conscience because I know I shouldn't be doing it. Cool. Nicely written. Good. But it's just like, where's the progression? Where's the growth? You know, I've like turned towards the end. I don't know whether, I think it's because like I really like to hear a sense of progression through an album. And like at the beginning, I was kind of like seeing it going there, but it feels like she's still retreading that, even like we're right towards the end. Next song. This is Want That Too.
Couldn't see it coming, too young to be treated like that. Now it's still stuck in my back.
The knife in the back thing's quite, really, you know.
Everything that I couldn't afford to lose. Now I put better parts of me is all you ever do. Now you're gonna want that too.
Wow, yeah. So she's starting to realise that he's a bit of a leech. You know, as soon as I find something like, you know, presumably career related, you're going to want that too, you know.
Forget it, but I promise you now I won't.
You will, babes.
You're gonna want that too. Innocence for weakness, take my money, 'cause that's
Cool. Nice. Production here is fun. It's like, what's going on? It's kind of like, yeah, really interesting.
pull myself together. You come out of the blue. You're gonna want that too.
She's really has definitely realised that like this person is not good for her. But again, this realisation has already happened. Do you know what I mean? Again, like, yeah, I feel kind of a similar way. Like I enjoy the song. There's some really fun production on it. I think it's well written. It just feels like she's retreading ground that she's already done on another song. I'm like, where's the editing, you know? But yeah, it is nicely done. Like I can't deny that it is nicely done. I was blindsided, couldn't see it coming, too young to be treated like that. Keep saying one day I'll regret it, but I don't. It is, I think like maybe like it is my age a little bit because like some of these lyrics I'm like, she's saying in earnest and I'm just like, what was it? Keep saying one day I'm going to regret this, but I don't. It's like, you're speaking like you've been like trying to forget this for 20 years. It's probably been like one, you know? Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, just, yeah. Bless her. Bless her. Before we go on to the final song, this is a quick shout out to my patrons. These guys support me over on Patreon and they get a number of benefits, including getting to watch all of my videos with no cuts in any of the songs or anything. So they get to listen to the whole full song along with me. And in the upper tiers, they even get to make song requests and album requests. There's also a lovely community of people over there, so it's really cute. Everybody will also get first access to my upcoming podcast, where they will get early episodes and the extended edition and the video version of a podcast. That will all be over on Patreon as well. So there's like a number of like bits and bobs that if you're kind of interested in what I have to say and interested in my projects and what I'm up to and all the content that I'm putting out, then Patreon's the best place to get it all. Right, let's go on to the final song. This is Plastic Palm Trees. Nice guitar.
Used to drive around in your Wrangler in a deadbeat town and nothing better to do.
Nice.
To a party downtown in a new dress to go out somebody new.
Yeah, okay.
Underwhelming view. Out the window, everything was looking perfect.
I like that.
It's not what it seems.
The dream is not what it seems. Oh.
Plastic palm tree.
I like that as a metaphor, like the fake. That could have been something that she really dug into more throughout the album.
To find a boyfriend who doesn't mess around. You could say that all my dreams came true. Thought that it was.
I wonder if this is referring to her career and stuff. I like this melody, like it's really got a nice kind of like flow to it, movement to it.
Plastic palm trees.
I like what she's going for here, but I do feel like there are other artists who do this kind of vibe better. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wonder whether it's within her style, you know? But it is nice. Yeah, cool. That is quite a nice way to end the album. I like that she's gone through different vibes throughout the album. I just wonder whether it's a little bit of like, has she truly found her like key thing as an artist, you know, that's going to tie everything together? Not completely sure, you know? But yeah, I did enjoy that. I enjoyed this kind of vibe of like the plastic palm trees, like, you know, it's like the promise of something beautiful and something idyllic, but it being fake, you know? But I do feel like that hasn't been explored throughout the album. You used to drive around in your Wrangler in our deadbeat town in the parking lot. We would talk about all the drama. Had nothing better to do. You could say that all my dreams came true. I wonder what an underwhelming view. Thought it was real. Thought it was worth it. Out the window, everything was looking perfect. caught in a dream, it's not what it seems. I like this idea that she's like driving into maybe a new city or something, looking out the window and thinking this is perfect, but actually it's just a facade, you know? Yeah, there's some really nice kind of metaphor stuff going on. But I think overall, the album, I really enjoy it. I think there's a lot of like great stuff that she has to offer. And I feel like we are really getting to know her through her music. There's some really great production going on and some really intricate, detailed like song moments going on. Like there are a few specific moments that really made me sit up and go, wow, this is great. I do think it's like an overall project though, that like there are so many songs that retread the same story. Whereas that could have been like that last song about like this idea of getting the things you want and finding success not being what it is, or like the fake niceties of moving to a city and getting new friends, but them not actually truly knowing who you are, and how that links to the Calgary song, like looking back at like 5 years ago when she was a teenager and how things have changed. That could have been something that had a stronger presence on the album, and for me would have like pulled all these different storylines together in a more like coherent way, whereas it feels like the album is like 80% moaning about this one guy and what went down there in the kind of drama of it, and then 20% looking at that, whereas I feel like it could have been better balanced and therefore kind of hang together as a project of like somebody who is like going through like a pivotal moment in their young life, you know. That's what I think. But yeah, I certainly enjoyed a lot of the songs. Let me see. What was my favourite one in the end? I think I'm going to give it to Run for the Hills. I'm going to say my favourite song on the album is Run for the Hills. There are a few songs on there that I liked a lot, but this one, it felt like this was unique in terms of her style and her artistry. This song felt like a little bit more like singular to her. Yeah, I feel like there were other parts in the album that I really enjoyed, like Stay Done and We're Not Alike, but they almost seem like they're aping other people's music, whereas this one felt like this was like a spark of like something unique, especially with that melody. Like I really liked that. I really liked the concept of like, I should be running for the hills, you know, that kind of thing. Like there's lots of different levels to that, and the production stuff, really enjoyed that as well. So yeah, so that's my favorite song on the album. Really enjoyed discovering this new artist. And I can certainly understand why she's doing so well, especially among younger audiences. I feel old. Cool. That's the main takeaway for me today. Bloody hell. If you want to check out my Noah Khan reaction, it is here. If you want to check out my Slater reaction, it is here.